Hey there, and welcome back to another episode of Tom Reads on 88.5 FM, the station between the stations. Yes, another one. We're still going, and we're still reading from Walt Whitman's Leaves of Grass. We got most of the way through Inscriptions last time, but I stopped short of this next poem starting from Paumanok because it's going to take as long to read as the previous section of Inscriptions. Oh, my name is not Reads. I'm Tom Mock, and I'll be your host for this reading series. And no, I don't have to say that. After starting from Paumanok is Song of Myself, which I think is so long it's probably going to end up split across 2 different episodes. And I don't think the appreciation of the poem will suffer any from that, considering that most of you who find this, both of those episodes should already be out, so it shouldn't be a problem. All right, then if I don't have anything else to say, which I clearly don't since my head is completely empty, let's dive in with starting from Paumanok. Starting from Paumanok. Starting from fish-shaped Paumanok where I was born, well begotten and raised by a perfect mother, after roaming many lands, lover of populous pavements, dweller in Manhattan, my city, or on southern savannas, where a soldier camped or carrying my knapsack and gun, or a miner in California, or rude in my home in Dakota's woods, my diet meat, my drink from the spring, or withdrawn to muse and meditate in some deep recess, far from the clank of crowds, intervals passing rapt and happy. Aware of the fresh, free giver, the flowing Missouri, aware of mighty Niagara, aware of the buffalo herds grazing the plains, the hirsute and strong-breasted bull, of earth, rocks, fifth-month flowers experienced, stars, rain, snow, my amaze. Having studied the mocking-bird's tones in the flight of the mountain hawk, and heard at dawn the unrivaled one, the hermit thrush from the swamp cedars, solitary, singing in the west, I strike up for a new world. 2. Victory, union, faith, identity, time. The indissoluble compacts, riches, mystery, eternal progress, the cosmos and the modern reports. This, then, is life. Here is what has come to the surface after so many throes and convulsions. How curious, how real! Underfoot the divine soil, overhead the sun. See revolving the globe, the ancestor continents away grouped together, the present and future continents north and south, with the isthmus between. See vast trackless spaces, as in a dream they change, then swiftly fill, countless masses debauched upon them. They are now covered with the foremost people, arts, institutions known. See, projected through time, for me an audience interminable. With firm and regular step they wend, they never stop. Successions of men, Americanos, 100 millions, one generation playing its part and passing on, another generation playing its part and passing on in its turn, with faces turned sideways and backwards towards me to listen, with eyes retrospective towards me. 3. Americanos, conquerors, marches humanitarian, foremost, century marches, libertad, masses, for you a program of chants. Chants of the prairies, chants of the long-running Mississippi and down to the Mexican Sea, chants of Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, Iowa, Wisconsin, and Minnesota, chants going forth from the center from Kansas, and thence equidistant, shooting impulses of fire ceaseless to vivify all. 4. Take my leaves, America. Take them south and take them north. Make welcome for them everywhere, for they are your own offspring. Surround them east and west, for they would surround you. And you, precedents, connect lovingly with them, for they connect lovingly with you. I conned old times. I sat studying at the feet of the great masters. Now, if eligible, oh, that great masters might return and study me. In the name of these states shall I scorn the antique? Why, these are the children of the antique to justify it. 5. Dead poets, philosophers, priests, martyrs, artists, inventors, governments long since, language shapers on other shores, nations once powerful, now reduced, withdrawn, or desolate. I dare not proceed till I respectfully credit what you have left, wafted hither. I have perused it, own it is admirable, moving a while among it. Think nothing can ever be greater, nothing can ever deserve more than it deserves. Regarding it all intently a long while, then dismissing it, I stand in my place with my own day here. Here lands female and male. Here the airships and heiress ships of the world. Here the flame of materials. Here spiritually and translatrous, the openly avowed, the ever-tending, the finale of visible forms, the satisfier, after due long waiting, now advancing. Yes, here comes my mistress the soul. 6. The soul, forever and forever, longer than soil is brown and solid, longer than water ebbs and flows. I will make the poems of materials, for I think they are to be the most spiritual poems. And I will make the poems of my body and of mortality, for I think I shall then supply myself with the poems of my soul and of immortality. I will make a song for these states, that no one state may under any circumstances be subjected to another state. And I will make a song that there shall be comity by day and by night between all the states, and between any two of them. And I will make a song for the ears of the President, full of weapons with menacing points, and behind the weapons countless dissatisfied faces. And a song make I of the one formed out of all, the fanged and glittering one whose head is over all, resolute warlike one including and over all. However high the head of any else, that head is over all. I will acknowledge contemporary lands. I will trail the whole geography of the globe and salute courteously every city large and small. And employments! I will put in my poems that with you is heroism upon land and sea. And I will report all heroism from an American point of view. I will sing the song of companionship. I will show what alone must finally compact these. I believe these are to found their own ideal of manly love, indicating in it me. I will therefore let flame from me the burning fires that were threatening to consume me. I will lift what has too long kept down those smoldering fires. I will give them complete abandonment. I will write the evangel poem of comrades and of love. For who but I should understand love with all its sorrows and joy? And who but I should be the poet of comrades? 7. I am the credulous man of qualities, ages, races. I advance from the people in their own spirit. Here is what sings unrestricted faith. Omens, omens. Let others ignore what they may. I make the poem of evil also. I commemorate that part also. I am myself just as evil as good, and my nation is, and I say there is in fact no evil. Or if there is, I say it is just as important to you, to the land or to me, as anything else. I too, following many and followed by many, inaugurate a religion. I descend into the arena. It may be I am destined to utter the loudest cries there, the winner's pealing shouts. Who knows? They may rise from me yet and soar above everything. Each is not for its own sake. I say the whole earth and all the stars in the sky are for religion's sake. I say no man has ever yet been half devout enough. None has ever yet adored or worshipped half enough. None has begun to think how divine he himself is, and how certain the future is. I say that the real and permanent grandeur of these states must be their religion. Otherwise there is no real and permanent grandeur, nor character nor life worthy the name without religion, nor land nor man or woman without religion. Eight. What are you doing, young man? Are you so earnest, so given up to literature, science, art, amours? These ostensible realities, politics, points, your ambition or business, whatever it may be. It is well. Against such I say not a word. I am their poet also. But behold, such swiftly subside, burnt up for religion's sake. For not all matter is fuel to heat, impalpable flame, the essential life of the earth, any more than such are to religion. 9. What do you seek, so pensive and silent? What do you need, camerado? Dear son, do you think it is love? Listen, dear son, listen, America, daughter or son. It is a painful thing to love a man or woman to excess, and yet it satisfies. It is great. But there is something else very great. It makes the whole coincide. It, magnificent beyond materials, with continuous hands, sweeps and provides for all. 10. Know you, solely to drop on the earth the germs of a greater religion, the following chants, each for its kind, I sing. My comrade, for you to share with me two greatnesses, and a third one rising inclusive and more resplendent, the greatness of love and democracy, and the greatness of religion. Melange mine own, the unseen and the seen, mysterious ocean where the streams empty, prophetic spirit of materials shifting and flickering around me. Living beings identified now doubtless near us in the air that we know not of. Contact daily and hourly that will not release me. These selecting, these in hints demanded of me. Not he with a daily kiss onward from childhood kissing me, has winded and twisted around me that which holds me to him, any more than I am held to the heavens and all the spiritual world, after what they have done to me, suggesting themes. Oh, such themes, equalities, oh, divine average, warbling under the sun, ushered as now or at noon or setting, strains musical flowing through ages, now reaching hither. I take to your reckless and composite chords, add to them, and cheerfully pass them forward. 11. As I have walked in Alabama my morning walk, I have seen where the she-bird and mockingbird sat on her nest in the briars hatching her brood. I have seen the he-bird also. I have paused to hear him near at hand, inflating his throat and joyfully singing. And while I paused, it came to me that what he really sang for was not there only, nor for his mate nor himself only, nor all sent back by the echoes, but subtle, clandestine, away beyond, a charge transmitted and gift occult for those being born. 12. Democracy, near at hand to your throat, is now inflating itself and joyfully singing. Me femme, for the brood beyond us and of us, for those who belong here and those to come, I, exultant to be ready for them, will now shake out carols stronger and haughtier than have ever been heard upon earth. I will make the songs of passion to give them their way, and your songs, outlawed offenders, for I scan you with kindred eyes, and carry you with me the same as any. I will make the true poem of riches, to earn for the body and the mind whatever it hears and goes forward and is not dropped by death. I will effuse egotism and show it underlying all, and I will be the bard of personality. And I will show of male and female that either is but the equal of the other. And sexual organs and acts do you concentrate in me, for I am determined to tell you with courageous clear voice to prove you illustrious. And I will show that there is no imperfection in the present, and can be none in the future. And I will show that whatever happens to anybody, it may be turned to beautiful results. And I will show that nothing can happen more beautiful than death. And I will thread through my poems that time and events are compact, and that all the things of the universe are perfect miracles, each as profound as any. I will not make poems with reference to parts, but I will make poems, songs, thoughts with reference to ensemble. And I will not sing with reference to a day, but with reference to all days. And I will not make a poem nor the least part of a poem, but has reference to the soul. Because having looked at the objects of the universe, I find there is no one nor any particular of one, but has reference to the soul. 13. Was somebody asking to see the soul? See your own shape and countenance, persons, substances, beasts, the trees and the running rivers, the rocks and sands. All hold spiritual joys and afterwards loosen them. How can the real body ever die and be buried? Of your real body and any man's or woman's real body, item for item it will elude the hands of the corpse cleaners and pass to fitting spheres, carrying what has accrued to it from the moment of birth to the moment of death. Not the types set up by the printer return their impression, the meaning, the main concern, any more than a man's substance and life or a woman's substance and life return in the body and the soul, indifferently before death and after death. Behold, the body includes and is the meaning, the main concern, and includes and is the soul. Whoever you are, how superb and how divine is your body, or any part of it. "14. Whoever you are, to you endless announcements. Daughter of the lands, did you wait for your poet? Did you wait for one with a flowing mouth and indicative hand? Toward the male of the states and toward the female of the states, exulting words, words to democracy's lands. Interlinked, food-yielding lands, land of coal and iron, land of gold, land of cotton, sugar, and rice, land of wheat, beef, pork, land of wool and hemp, land of the apple and the grape, land of the pastoral plains, the grass fields of the world, land of those sweet-aired, interminable plateaus, land of the herd, the garden, the healthy house of adobe, land where the northwest Columbia winds and where the southwest Colorado winds, land of the eastern Chesapeake, land of Delaware, land of Ontario, Erie, Huron, Michigan, land of the old 13, Massachusetts land, land of Vermont and Connecticut, land of the ocean shores, land of sierras and peaks, land of boatmen and sailors, fishermen's land, inexorable land, the clutched together, the passionate ones, the side by side, the elder and younger brothers, the bonny-limbed, the great women's land, the feminine, the experienced sisters and the inexperienced sisters, far-breathed land, Arctic-braced, Mexican-breezed, the diverse, the compact, the Pennsylvanian, the Virginian, the double Carolinian. Oh, all and each well-loved be mine, my intrepid nation. Oh, I at any rate include you all with perfect love. I cannot be discharged from you, not from one any sooner than another. O death, oh, for all that, I am yet of you unseen this hour with irrepressible love, walking New England, a friend, a traveler, splashing my bare feet in the edge of the summer ripples on Paumanok sands, crossing the prairies, dwelling again in Chicago, dwelling in every town, observing shows, births, improvements, structures, arts, listening to orators and oratresses in public halls. Of and through the States as during life, each man and woman my neighbor, the Louisianan, the Georgian, as near to me, and I as near to him and her, the Mississippian and Arkansian yet with me, and I yet with any of them, yet upon the plains west of the Spinal River, yet in my house of adobe, yet returning eastward, yet in the seaside state or in Maryland, yet Canadian cheerily braving the winter, the snow and ice welcome to me, yet a true son either of Maine or of the Granite State, or of the Narragansett Bay State, or the Empire State, yet sailing to other shores to annex the same, yet welcoming every new brother, hereby applying these leaves to the new ones from the hour they unite with the old ones, coming among the new ones myself to be their companion and equal, coming personally to you now, enjoining you to acts, characters, spectacles, with me. 15. With me with firm holding, yet haste, haste on. For your life adhere to me. I may have to be persuaded many times before I consent to give myself really to you, but what of that? Must not nature be persuaded many times? No dainty dolce affettuoso I. Bearded, sunburnt, grey-necked, forbidding, I have arrived, to be wrestled with as I pass for the solid prizes of the universe. For such I afford whoever can persevere to win them. 16. On my way a moment I pause, here for you, and here for America. Still the present I raise aloft, still the future of the States I harbinge glad and sublime, and for the past I pronounce what the air holds of the red aborigines. The red aborigines, leaving natural breaths, sounds of rain and winds, calls as of birds and animals in the woods, syllabled to us for names. Okani, Kusa, Ottawa, Monongahela, Sauk, Natchez, Chattahoochee, Coqueta, Orinoco, Wabash, Miami, Saginaw, Chippewa, Oshkosh, Walla Walla. Leaving such to the States, they melt, they depart, charging the water and the land with names. 17. Expanding and swift henceforth, elements, breeds, adjustments, turbulent, quick and audacious, a world primal again, vistas of glory incessant and branching, a new race dominating previous ones and grander far, with new contests, new politics, new literatures and religions, new inventions and arts. These my voice announcing, I will sleep no more, but arise. You oceans that have been calm within me, how I feel you, fathomless, stirring, preparing unprecedented waves and storms. 18. See, streamers streaming through my poems. See, in my poems immigrants continually coming and landing. See, in arriere, the wigwam, the trail, the hunter's hut, the flat boat, the maize leaf, the claim, the rude fence, and the backwoods village. See on the one side the western sea, and on the other the eastern sea, how they advance and retreat upon my poems as upon their own shores. See, pastures and forests in my poems. See animals wild and tame. See, beyond the caw, countless herds of buffalo feeding on short curly grass. See, in my poems, cities, solid, vast, inland, with paved streets, with iron and stone edifices, ceaseless vehicles and commerce. See the many-cylindered steam printing press. See the electric telegraph stretching across the continent. See through Atlantica's depths pulses American Europe reaching, pulses of Europe duly returned. See the strong and quick locomotive as it departs, panting, blowing the steam whistle. See plowmen plowing farms. See miners digging mines. See the numberless factories. See mechanics busy at their benches with tools. See from among them superior judges, philosophers, presidents emerge, dressed in working dresses. See, lounging through the shops and fields of the States, me well beloved, close held by day and night. Hear the loud echoes of my songs there. Read the hints come at last. 19. O camarado close, O you and me at last, and us two only. O a word to clear one's path ahead endlessly. O something ecstatic and undemonstrable. O music wild. O now I triumph, and you shall also. O hand in hand, O wholesome pleasure, O one more desirer and lover. O to haste firm holding, to haste, haste on with me. That is all of Starting from Paumanok. I think we're fairly into the poems at this point. We're really starting to discover his style, finding his voice. A lot of repetition across these poems. A lot of lines starting with the same word. I will, he says, just glancing down the poems, looking back over what we've read. None has ever yet adored or worshipped half enough. None has begun to think how divine he himself is, and how certain the future is. And a lot of lines start with the same word as he piles up more and more of these images, of these ideas over and over again. Land of wheat, land of pastoral plains, land of the herd, lands where the Northwest Columbia winds. I had a lot of trouble with some of those lines. I got better. I didn't have to edit this quite as much as I have the previous ones, but man, some of these lines were real stinkers for me. But I've been enjoying it, and I hope you have too. I don't think I mispronounced too many things. I might have made some mistakes, especially on the rare French that he sprinkles into some of the lines, and maybe on some of the Indian tribes from 16. And that stanza, the red Aborigines. But I did my best. Well, I don't have a whole lot of comments for this section of reading. My intention is not to try to write some kind of third-rate literary essay on each of the sections of poems that I read. That being about as good as I could aspire to, even though I did go to school for English. I did study a little bit of Walt Whitman in school. the point of this reading series isn't really for me to explain Walt Whitman to you. I don't know, I'm probably not up for the task anyway, but really the idea is just to share him and to introduce myself to him a little bit better. Well, that's enough for this episode. Sending us out, once again, we have bonus points from his EP, The Little Things. This time the song is Chronicle of the Drunken Night. See you next time.